Hello there, this is Kenobi and welcome to a Moa Super Guide covering all the Halo games. The fastest route this week is on Tayari Plaza, where you'll find all of them at the beginning of the mission.
You're going down.
And with that, we're moving on to Halo 3. Sierra 117 is also a good candidate for doing this quickly. To find the first one, start the mission from the very beginning, move past the first engagement with the Covenant, and as soon as you drop down in the cave, turn around and you'll find it. The next one is located on Rally Point Bravo, up in the pipe. The final one is on Rally Point Charlie. Just make your way to the part where you have to rescue Johnson and you will see it right across the water after the cutscene. And now we're moving on to Crow's Nest. Start the mission from the very beginning, make your way to the hangar and you'll find the first one. You'll find the second one on Rally Point Bravo. Make your way to the area of the jetpack routes and you'll find it up in the control room. You'll find the final one of this level on Rally Point Charlie. Next mission, Crow's Nest. You'll find the first one right outside the gate at the beginning of the level. The second one you'll find a little bit later in the mission behind the dam. The final one on this level is located on Rally Point Bravo. You'll find it behind the building. And with that, we're moving on to Halo 2. Do keep in mind that with Halo CE and Halo 2, you can only find the Moas on classic graphics. First mission, Kyra Station. As soon as the Covenant break through the door, head through it and you'll find the first one. As soon as you clear out the second hangar, head down the stairs to the right and you'll find your next one. Do keep in mind there's a high chance this Moa will be caught in the crossfire with you and the Covenant. So if it's not there, simply just revert back to the previous checkpoint. The final one of this mission is in the area where you first encountered the drones. Moving on to the mission Outskirts. Make your way through Hotel Zanzibar, head to the right and you'll find the first one. The second one is located in the area with the first anti-air turret.
The highest concentration of Covenant troops is directly below the carrier. I don't think they want you to get on board.
The final one is located towards the end of the mission, right before you head into the tunnel. Next mission, Metropolis. Make your way across the bridge and you'll find the first one. Then head into the tunnel. Make a right and you'll find the second one. Then proceed with the mission until you meet your first raid. There you'll find the next one. Metropolis actually had 4 Moas this week. You'll find the final one right before the Scarab fight. The final Halo 2 mission of this week is the Arbiter. You'll find the first one at the beginning of the mission. Just take the elevator down and you'll find the next one. Then simply clear out all the enemies, head down the stairs and you'll find the second one. Shortly after this you'll head down a second set of stairs. You'll find this week's final Halo 2 Moa in the next room. We're now moving on to Halo CE and the mission The Pillar of Autumn. You'll find your first one to the left of the door with an arrow that says airlock. You'll find the second one shortly after heading up the stairs. The final one is located at the very end of the mission. Don't kill all the enemies and simply head past the escape pod and you'll find the final one.
There's one last lifeboat. Quickly, get aboard before it launches.
Next mission, Halo. You'll find the first one under the bridge at the very beginning of the level.
I recommend moving into those hills.
Just make your way through the not so natural formation and you'll find the second one. Find a final one right next to one of the squads of Marines you have to rescue. And now, Truth and Reconciliation. You'll know you're close to the first Moa when you see this bridge. You'll find a second one right before you board the ship itself. It seems that the Covenant captured more than Captain Keyes and his crew. Simply just save your friends and then kill the Moa, I guess. Then we're moving on to Halo 4 and the mission Dawn. You'll find the first one on Rally Point Bravo, under some stairs. Then just continue with the mission as normally until you reach this area. You'll find the final one at the very end of the mission as you try to make it to the escape pod. As soon as the floor collapses for the first time, look down and you'll see it. Next mission, Requiem. You'll find your first one in the Warthog section at the beginning of the level. You'll find the next one on Rally Point Bravo.
I wondered when they'd show up.
You'll find the third one under the elevator at the very end of the mission. You'll find the first one on Forerunner at the very beginning of the mission.
Come on, let's figure out where that transit system dumped us. Put me in the console.
A little bit later in the mission, in the area where you have to kill your first knight, you'll find the second one. You'll find the final one on Rally Point Charlie. Right after this knight absolutely decimates his elite riding a ghost. And with that, we're moving on to Halo Reach. And we're starting off with the first mission of Halo Reach, Winter Contingency. Load up the mission from the very beginning and you'll find the first Moa in the first house you enter.
Be selective. Noble 6. Moving to the house. Going quiet. Right behind.
You'll find the second one under the staircase right before your first firefight with the Covenant.
Contact! Contact! Spartans assist!
Start Onisor base on Rally Point Bravo. When you leave the base, head left and you'll find the first one.
Limited, but we'll prioritize whatever you need, ma'am.
For the second one, continue with the mission as you normally would or start from Rally Point Charlie.
Noble, be advised. Covenant
You'll find the third one a little bit later in the mission inside the base itself.
linked up. 6. Head upstairs and assist the me.
You'll find the first one on Nightfall at the very beginning of the mission.
And Command wants to know what they're hiding.
He's yours. Do it quiet.
Number 2 and 3 you'll both find on Rally Point Bravo. You'll find the second one in the area with the Guta. You'll find the third one in the next area.
Pump station. Got eyes on civilians. Updating all local militia. Engaged hostiles.
And now we're moving on to the final ODST ones. The first one on Uplift Reserve is located at the very beginning of the mission. Simply just turn around and you'll find it behind the drop pod. Then, continue with the mission as you normally would. As soon as the path opens up, head to the left and you'll find it under some trees. The fun one of this mission is not far away. Next mission, Kasinga Boulevard. As soon as you spawn, head right and you'll find the first one. You'll find the final one shortly after this in a ruined building. And with that, I want to once again thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more Halo videos and I will see you in the next one.